Negative.
All stations, this is 1-0, radio check, over.
1-1 Charlie, radio check, okay, over.
1-2 Charlie, radio check, okay, over.
1-3 Charlie, radio check, okay, over.
1-0, radio check, okay, out.
Station 1 minute, rather than another for myself.
Once you got your equipment, chaps, form Herrenburn next to 1-1.
Sorry, Speedo, were you talking to us?
No, I was talking to my guys.
Okay.
It's because we're organised.
It's almost like you're loaded in first.
I'm not saying anything.
User in your channel timed out.
And so it begins. Yeah, is that you, Fader? You'll be point man for us. To stand by while I'm typing something in.
Who thought it was a good idea to do civilian missions in Pakistan with Germany?
Right, let's get in line with 1-1. Back it up, back it up. There we go.
Are we gonna be moving soon, once the rest arrive?
Pretty much, because it's me giving the lesson.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, I think I should silence people joining the channel.
Oh, do you not have that?
No, I turn mine off as well. It's a pain for knowing when people join your own channel, but in op it's a godsend.
Well, you know when someone's going into Zeus.
Okay, Morrigan, go red for us, please.
Gonna be off station for 1 mic.
Outrageous, unacceptable.
I will hold fort. Right, now the head is got, I can justify my claim. Chance.
Download a T-bar for, I don't know, it's a different version of that information's up to you to find out, but I'm never really okay, but
What's that, Fader?
Huh?
What's that?
No, I'm laughing at the Pelly, I think.
Fucking hell, 32 degrees.
Is it 32 degrees in Sweden, is it? Wow. Didn't know they get that hot in the Arctic Circle.
Oh my god, spit off.
yes, another one.
Yeah, we're pushing 30 right now.
Radio check, okay.
Like, not any more of those Swedes.
To be fair, you got to remember it's Spittle. He grew to a lot of continental Europe and soon to be Germany.
Hi there.
Wouldn't be that big of a deal though. Well, Germany is a very productive country.
I'm pretty sure he's got a direct line to Airborne.
Where the hell are they?
Just come to me if
Duffy, ETA?
I see.
Give us about a minute or two, just helping out the recruit with his AR.
Roger.
Got this map since ArmA 2.
Please grab a 84 for me.
Actually, yeah, Fader, go get yourself a AT, please. Same for you, Morrigan. 84.
Going to the IC. We get bridge.
The walking guy over there.
Okay. Morrigan? Yeah, go get yourself an AT4, mate. And then Connolly other side of me.
Yeah, sorry, I was
yeah, Spencer, join into the herringbone here with the people in the on your hack.
Right, so Spencer, you're going to be facing southeast. So your face.
Just for reference,
that
but
way.
he's Delta AR.
Yeah, I guess. Connolly, shift over. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm in control, sorry.
Okay, Roger. I was saying, wait a second.
Microphone muted.
You what, sorry?
You okay, Dave?
No, Pete's taking point.
Right,
Wait, what? Okay. Yep.
Right, I'm here, yeah.
Only because you're probably not going to be doing much radio shit, as it's going to be counterinsurgency stuff. So, yeah, if there's a pack of
Spencer,
fucking
Connolly,
people with rags in their head, there's a bit
move a bit more southeast.
but yeah, this is the best.
Because me and Morgan need to fit in. Morgan, you're between me and Spittle.
Yeah, so you, obviously because you'll be on
So I've put
command,
Morgan as a floating
as soon
member
as
here,
you start
Spittle.
hearing commands and stuff like that, start plotting yourself some routes and stuff.
Microphone activated. Microphone muted.
Okay.
Microphone activated.
Right here.
Because we are a
progressive
section. Oh yeah, progressive section.
Grenades, I'm having to use ace.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's all us.
Okay.
Underwood?
See, mate.
Is this all your section here?
Apart from one who's having T-far issues, yeah.
But otherwise everyone in the server's here.
I believe so.
Roger.
For the time being, can you go blue
Could've
as DMR you are part
Yeah,
of
you
that
can.
one.
Hendrix?
Yes.
Is everyone in the server here currently?
No.
The
Waiting
thing
for
is that
Chumley
you
and
will
Matthews has
probably be
tried 3
switching
times
between
to
Charlie and Delta depending on the necessity.
No, what I'm saying is everyone who's within the server currently, are they here?
No, Gibbons is
Spencer, can you
Roger.
team select and go blue?
Whenever you're ready, mate.
Yeah, just waiting on Gibbons. Where is he?
We should be very aware from the
Yeah, Gibbons, let's go.
What he did.
very away from the ground.
Still.
Righto.
Right. Yeah, just for you and your section, mate, because I'm just going to give the lesson now.
Oh, okay.
So is this all you guys here now?
Chumley's not in yet.
Yeah, but I mean in server.
Sorry?
In server wise.
In the server, yes. Hold on, let me just jump out for 2 seconds and grab the other, see what's going on.
Alright, Roger.
Why is Absalom in one section?
Right.
Wait, what? Absalom is back there again?
Okay, everyone on your feet. Follow me, score circle on my front. The school circle in front of me. I welcome you all to the schoolroom of Takistan. It has nothing.
Just like Takistan.
Yeah, just like Takistan.
Got bombed, it's getting rebuilt.
Right, Underwood, you seem to have a lone guy back there.
Yeah, he's gone AFK.
Right, Roger. Can everyone hear me okay?
No.
I suggest you come stand here then, Mikhail. Okay, chaps, after our little incident last op, either from 1-1 or 1-3, it is unknown currently, where we had a couple of civilians taken out unneededly. I'm going to give you a half an hour lesson on LOAC, which is the operational law of the British forces, so that's law of armed conflict. Now, I'll be taking with this first for about half an hour, and then we'll be going off to put these skills into practice by a lovely mission done by Daesh. Then, if we've got enough time at the end, we will be doing a bit of Valen training with some IEDs. So the quicker we get through this, the quicker we hopefully get some IEDs done later in the night. Right, from IC, is there any questions about the scheme of manoeuvre for tonight?
Yeah, mate. Gibbons isn't here, so...
Yeah, that's fine. So I thought someone was asking a question, I thought it was Hendrix, but I could swear it was Pelly then, over there. Right, chaps, so... essentially, the law of armed conflict is what governs every soldier on the battlefield. It essentially forms the basis of your morals, essentially. So, why do you do it? Essentially, it's the laws and Geneva Conventions, because otherwise you will be branded a war criminal and you will be detained. Simple fact. This contributes to the mission success, especially in the coin-op, and obviously if you didn't already know, we are going to be going into a coin-op in this campaign coming up, and that's when obviously civilian opinion, and obviously the opinion of the media back at home, and obviously the government opinion is going to play quite heavily into how we operate. If we don't have government support, we might not have supplies or safe routes or local security for our bases. And obviously, if we don't have local support, we're probably going to get heckled by the civilian populace quite a lot and hassled everywhere we go. So the better we make their opinion of us, the better it's going to be for us. So obviously, when the laws of armed conflict are not obeyed, this is essentially when military operations fail. This is when the home opinion and obviously support decreases, which can obviously be seen when the United States in Vietnam, when their support at home decreased, and obviously then support for the war overall decreased. And obviously we'll also decrease our international support from our allies. And obviously us as being British and part of NATO, our international support from NATO partners is going to be quite important. So, for the example I just gave, so obviously when it's not applied, I'll give you an example. In Vietnam 1968, there was 400 civilians killed in a massacre in My Lai in 1968. It's when faulty intelligence was given to the troops and they air assaulted in and practically wiped out an entire village because of faulty intel that was filled with civilians and children. Now, obviously for a coin-op, for where we're going, that's probably going to be catastrophic for us. That's going to be end of operation. So we don't want that kind of thing to happen. So, in bare basic terms, what does this mean to you? Don't shoot frickin' civilians. Don't do unlawful actions, and be friendly and accept the local customs. So for example, if I remember correctly, in Pakistan we were last here in November, we went through a village and one of the guy's goats got shot. And their local tradition basically said they worshipped the goat and they weren't very happy with us after that. It's things like that. Something which might be mundane can be considered to be a local insult. And I'm pretty sure as Zeusers will be using that against you. So essentially be polite to the local populace, accept their local customs, and essentially don't fuck up. Right. Kind of already... Oh, bye-bye. I'm guessing the Belgians didn't want to hear about possible war crimes. Okay, so when is the LOAC applied? Basically, it's applied everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go, because LOAC is applied as your basis of morals, so every operation. So if you can imagine this as a bubble of what you're able to do, LOAC is the biggest one. So you have all of your abilities, and then obviously the rules of engagements, our ROE, such as Card Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie, is what constrains those even further. Right. Right. Point to note: other countries will have other laws and sign other conventions in armed conflict to us. So just because you see an American shooting up a town for no given reason doesn't mean we can do it. Does that make a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
Right. Any questions? What I covered?
Just to specify, Chumley, if you shoot up a town, that doesn't mean the rest of us are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not weird.
I'll be going on to that if other people in the section don't comply. But yeah. Any questions from what I've just covered?
No.
Now, obviously, this applies to Flight Boys, and I know this is going to be resisting the big urges to bomb cities. So, behave, Pelly. Okay, so this unfortunately doesn't fit into a very nice, neat acronym, so it would have been nice if it did, but this is the basic principles for you to know applying to LOAC. So you have military necessity, so obviously you might want to write this down. So military necessity, humanity, distinction, and proportionality. I'll repeat those again. So military necessity, humanity, distinction, and proportionality. Everyone got those?
Yep.
Lovely. Right, so
Can you say it again, sorry?
military necessity, humanity, distinction, and proportionality. Now I know for people across the pond, proportionality doesn't quite come into your vocabulary all the time, so... Right, so...
It comes to my mind.
Ooh, shots fired.
So, military necessity. Essentially, this is a command decision whether to go or no go for the current operation. So essentially, the best way to approach this is to give an example. So say for example, there are 2 villages on your line in advance. The first village has a couple of insurgents inside it, you know it's hostile, and the village ahead of you is where your objective is. To get to your objective, you've got to either go through that village or go around it. So the military necessity basic goes, to achieve my mission, do I need to take out these hostiles in front of me? If the answer is yes, then obviously you engage. If it's no, you obviously reroute around it. However, if then the diversion would, say for example, cause you loss of life further down the line, you would obviously...
Jesus fucking
What
Christ.
the fuck?
Who was that?
Maguire.
Fuck me.
I'm just going to iterate this now. Everyone should have their safeties on when they're in Airborne and base.
I have mine on.
Right, let's make this even better. Everyone put their fucking rifles on their back.
Was this
How
really
do you do that?
necessary? As we're talking about military necessity.
Yeah, that was definitely not necessary.
Everyone put their...
Maguire.
I'm guessing he's disconnecting or something.
Or he's not
He's still looking around. Oh, there he is.
That'll do.
Yep, that'll do. Yeah, Scrapper, unfortunately your view's now going to be a bit blocked.
Justice he deserves.
Morgan? Oh,
Hello, I'm here.
Spittle isn't you? Spittle nearly isn't you? Nearly shot him.
Morgan?
He's got his
Morgan
gun out
and
again.
Spencer.
Is he AFK? He's AFK. Spencer, put the gun away.
You need to press 0, mate, if you don't know how to 0.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, just to explain that, the computer fell off and onto the floor. That was the reason for that.
The computer fell off.
What? Hold
Are
on.
you playing on the laptop?
Alright, you may not believe this, but it was a gust of wind.
No, you're correct. I don't believe that. I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, I think
Well-
so too.
Right, I'm going to write that down. Meme to be made later.
Alright.
Yeah.
Gust of wind blew my laptop off, and in reaching for it to try and stop it falling down, I accidentally pressed the mouse. So, sorry for the accidental.
Right.
Well, it's negligent, actually. Okay, so essentially, military necessity is do you need to take out the enemy in front of you to achieve your mission? So, will it aid your primary mission with minimal collateral damage? So, essentially, I'll repeat again the example. If your objective is in the following village, but the one in front of you has insurgents in it, you need to make the decision if whether or not taking them out is going to aid your mission. So obviously, say for example, the distance between the 2 villages, and they probably can't redeploy quickly, we can probably safely divert around them. However, if they are organised, motorised units, and if we divert, they're probably going to counter-attack us in the rear, which is obviously we don't want, so we then more than likely have to take them out. So that's essentially the military necessity, is essentially the go, no-go on attacking an enemy. So then comes humanity. This essentially is just, we want to forbid suffering and destruction of nothing unnecessary on the civilian area to accomplish our mission. So essentially that means we don't go around destroying their shops and their lives. Right, distinction. This is essentially your PID. You distinguish between an enemy force and the civilians, or combatants and non-combatants. So combatants is the enemy soldiers, ones engaging directly in hostile activities. Non-combatants, they can come under priests and medics. So obviously keep an eye out for those, because they may be wearing the same uniform, same MTP, but there'll be subtle differences like the red cross on their arm, or they've got a priest, I want to say scarf, but you know what I mean.
Question.
Yeah?
How would we differentiate between, say, like a combat medic or a regular medic? Because I'm fairly sure both would be armed.
Normal
No, yeah, they're not.
Combat medics are.
So, sorry, could you repeat? I had trouble writing it down while I was trying to get humanity, because you read it really quickly.
Okay, so humanity is basically, we forbid suffering and destruction. That's not necessarily the completion of the mission. Okay, distinction between enemy forces and civilians, and combatants and non-combatants. So obviously combatants is the...
Oh, for
Outstanding.
I like how we're the professional ones here.
Well.
Okay.
I'm really glad that I got that in the window.
Thank you
Yes.
for repeating.
Yes, no problem. So combatants are the soldiers, the ones engaging hostile activities, and non-combatants are the ones not engaging in hostile activity. So that's the medics and the priests. So, and obviously the distinction, we must only target military targets. So what is a military target? Is a definite military advantage towards the enemy. So say for example, a civilian object like a church is normally protected, so we would not be able to destroy it. However, if it's got a machine gun or a enemy sniper inside of it, it would lose its civilian protection, and then we could destroy it or engage it at least. Right, so final one is proportionality. This is essentially whether or not our use of force is appropriate to the scenario. So a given example is if there's a guy down there and he's engaging us, we would normally open up with our rifles. That would be proportional. However, what is not proportional is to get a tank to blow him to smithereens, because that's completely excessive and going to cause damage to the local area. There's only one exception to that, is that if that is the only weapon which can take him out, then you use it. So obviously the reason for that is to limit the civilian casualties in the area and to limit the damage.
I'd be concerned if you ever needed an airstrike to take out one guy.
So what you're saying, if I get this right, my weapons are both jammed, I've only got an 84, I'm fine to hit him.
You probably unjam your weapon first.
Both your weapons are jammed. I think you've got more worrying issues.
Yeah, like where the rest of your section is.
Just so I can specify what is a good use of my time, that's all.
Yeah. So obviously, for example, but again, say if there's an enemy building being garrisoned and it's essentially performing a blockhouse, then the use of an AT might be warranted as proportional. Right, so the humanity, distinction and proportionality form the human aspects of the basic principles, whereas the military necessity performs the mission parameter. So obviously the humanity and distinction and proportionality, they inform, essentially you get a nice opinion of whether or not your military necessity to attack that target is proportional to the human cost, essentially. So you essentially go back on the loop and go, is the risk of human life and destruction here worth the military necessity? And if the answer is yes it is, you can go in and do an attack. Now obviously this mainly applies to a coin-op, when we're trying to limit our destruction to the local area. Is there any questions about the... Yeah?
Yeah. Military necessity, that's formally for platoon command, right?
No. So it's ICs as well. Because obviously you're going to be the first one engaging. So in, say, a town area, we're doing Fibua. Sorry, say we're patrolling through a town, and there's then a checkpoint up ahead, but it might be a random market. You need to decide then, using those principles, if you can attack them or not, whilst keeping the civilian casualties low. If you think you can, then obviously you can engage to push on to your objective. However, if there's lots of civilians around, you're probably not going to be able to attack them.
Okay, that's clear.
Because the humanity aspect outweighs the military necessity.
Yeah, okay.
But obviously I'm sure Lewis will butt in and inform you whether or not this is worth our time, essentially.
If you're not sure, flag it up the chain to me of whether or not you can do it. And I'm more than likely just going to say just fucking slot them, but depending on how bad it is, it might be a case of nah, hold off.
Yeah, because again, if there's lots of market activity, children, they don't want to see a firefight going on, do we? It's going to look bad.
Didn't think we could spawn children.
Dogs.
There's a mod for it. Don't tempt me.
Is this one
Oh,
of these boring games that
Right, listen in.
Keep that away from Spain, shall we?
Right. So is there any other questions about the basic principles? Lovely. So,
What can stop, let's say, Upward from using those principles against us? Like,
if they are a legitimate nation, they should have signed at least similar-ish treaties, such as the United States. However, they won't be completely bound to the exact same. So, for example, they can use landmines, napalm, and crap like that, whereas we can't. So they are more loose. Again, what treaties they've signed are not going to be saying what we have signed. So we can't control what they do. They may be completely hands-off and like go kill everybody, but again, they're not going to have much international support. And again, say for a terrorist organisation, they're not going to be bound to any treaties whatsoever, are they?
Exactly. So imagine the following situation: this guy that's a priest approaches you, but underneath his robe he has an explosive device. What do you do?
As soon as he starts to, so again, I'll come on to this later, there's a point called self-defense. So if at any point there is a threat to human life, either be it yours or somebody else's, you are allowed to engage. They will lose their protected status at that point.
What I was always taught is that if you genuinely believe your life is in danger, if you kill someone because you genuinely believe that they are about to kill you or harm you in some way, no one can take that right away from you because it's self-defense. You're well within your right to protect yourself.
I'll give a few examples of this later as well.
It is a dangerous loophole, but then in that situation you would then go afterwards. Of course, there would be a shitload of investigation to make sure that, you know, it's not something that's taken like, oh, okay, self-defense. There would be a ridiculous amount of investigation afterwards, but that's a whole other thing.
Right, moving on. So, again, talking about the priests. So, protected persons. There's essentially two categories here. We have the medical. So, those are your Red Cross, your doctors. These are protected underneath, so we can't touch them essentially. So, obviously, but also this includes people assigned to the medical units as well, not just the actual medics and doctors. So, medical personnel don't lose their protective status just because they're armed. So, say for example, there's a field hospital, they can be guards outside protecting that field hospital, and they are still protected under international law and our laws. We cannot engage them. So,
I have another question. What about a paratrooper who is parachuting?
you can engage him. A paratrooper is still counted as an offensive action, so if there's a paratrooper's airborne operation, you can engage targets in air. The only exception to that is if it is a plane in distress and the pilots are ejecting, then they are protected. Right.
You've gone over reading people their rights.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you and the coppers.
With an RMP earlier today that they still use the same rights.
I guess that's something you can practice, Gibbons, and enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, alright.
Alright.
But that's an RMP though. Like, I don't think that would apply to.
I could use a refresher, Gibbons.
That's the whole other thing.
Yeah.
You're just a fucking grunt on the ground. You've got completely different standards. You'd pass them on to the RMP afterwards, but it wouldn't be the RMP who deals with them up front. You know what I mean?
I'll come on to CPAs later.
Train someone in the field, we wouldn't just fucking put the Bill theme tune on and go from there.
Yeah. I'll come on to CPAs in a bit though. Regarding finally the medical personnel, auxiliary personnel such as stretcher bearers are protected as long as they perform the medical duty. As soon as they come away from that, they lose their protection. And again, same protection applies to religious personnel, so that's priests and chaplains. So regarding those two categories, the medical and the religious, if we ever capture one, they are called retained personnel, and when we can capture them, but we can't keep them, so they must be released back to their friendly forces. And obviously, iterating, we must not mistreat any of our captured persons at all. That's going to look very bad. Right, so that's protected people. Protected objects. This is pretty self-explanatory. Anything that's medical, cultural, anything that could be dangerous, such as a nuclear power plant, that is protected. Anything which is civilian, and obviously survival of the population. That could be like wells or water plants, anything that's going to aid the survival of the civilian population. Gates?
Sorry, did you run over the arrested people thing again? What were they called? The
retained personnel.
Retained personnel.
That's only applied to medical and religious. So if they're medical or religious, that they are essentially called retained personnel, and then obviously once we process them, they have to be released again. Right, any questions about the protected people or objects?
Yeah, the buildings, please.
What about them?
It's just the dangerous stuff and the stuff that's related to survival of the populace, right?
Yes, no, so it's medical, cultural, dangerous agents, so that's include like radiological, chemical, and obviously then civilian objects like just standard homes, and then survival of the populations like farms, waterworks, wells, that kind of thing. So if you take that away, it's going to could really harm the population, its survival.
Chapel and churches considered cultural?
Yes. A church is normally protected. And cultural sites too. But they kind of go tandem. Right. So this one, again, is aimed at everyone. However, it's going to be primarily, or at least more iteratively, applied to the ICs. So accountability. So obviously, we all must obey a lawful order. If you don't, you're going to get punished for it. However, what you must not do is obey an unlawful order. So if you're given an unlawful order, such as engage a civilian target, and you think it's civilian, and you can confirm what you can currently see, you must question the order to confirm it, to make sure it's not just a misinterpretation of the words. Then obviously relay to your IC that, I think this is a civilian target. And at that point, if he's still telling you to engage, you essentially log what happened and just don't do anything. You will not be punished for that. Right, so for command, obviously you have responsibility of your subordinates. So essentially, if one of your guys you think is engaging civilian targets, you must take responsibility and stop them immediately. Intervention. So this goes for everyone. If you see someone engaging in a civilian target, for example, you must stop them immediately. So that can be anyone. So why must you be accountable? So obviously this is going to prevent disasters, such as the My Lai massacre I mentioned earlier, because we don't want that happening on our campaigns. If that happens, the entire campaign's going to go sideways on us.
So, I think that I need to say something then. Last up, I'm not sure if it was me, but the civvies might have been me, and I didn't know the process for properly saying so. There was an issue where I couldn't see the building properly, but I did see what looked like it might have been a civvy, and I was having trouble with Hendrix, which I handled it badly, I'll admit, but I wanted to move to a place where I had better eyes on what was going on, and I was told no. That's neither here nor there.
Right. So Gates,
could have been me with the civvies.
With that, you've got to listen to your IC where he wants you, because you don't know what's going on for the future. In regards to engaging, if you think you're engaging civilian targets, you must seize your own fire. That must be your own fire discipline. Now, in regards to... Yeah, so if you think you're engaging civilians, you just cease your fire immediately and call it into your IC that you are engaging. And obviously then he'll get better eyes on from your position possibly, and then essentially assess the situation. But as long as you seize your own fire... Now, if you... Again, this goes for everyone. Sometimes civilians will walk in our line of fire. It's a fact of war. It's not going to be prevented. The only thing we can do is try to prevent it from happening. So if obviously a civilian is starting to walk across your line of fire, you either stop your own fire or call it into your section IC to cease fire for that reason. Now, if again that civilian is killed because he walked into your line of fire, there's nothing really we can do about that. But it's very much different than going off and going, we're going to shoot these civvies, or being negligent and still engaging a civilian target once we've confirmed it's a civilian target. So any questions about that? Lovely.
I got one question. You told earlier if anyone is engaging a civilian, you should stop it.
Yes.
Does it mean you shout first, or can you just shoot someone for shooting a civilian?
No.
Yeah, you definitely can't shoot your own guys.
No, because...
No, not your own guys. I mean like a tally guy.
Oh, what, sorry?
Like,
you mean if somebody else is engaging civilian targets?
A hostile is engaging a civilian.
I will come to this later. This comes under self-defense part.
Okay.
So that's pretty much in about a minute. Right. So we've gone on that. Now, if anyone is caught engaging civilian targets and being negligent and stuff like that, there will be punishments. I'll just leave it at that. Right. So now we're going to go on to captured persons. These are also called seepers. So I'm going to go very briefly through this, because essentially they're very limited in what we can do in ArmA 3. So captured persons. A person must be treated fairly, with no mistreatment. Make sure they are safe, and also they pose no threat. So obviously we do that by searching them. So what I mean by keeping them safe is that we pull them out, for example, of the line of fire or where they could possibly be shot, and then obviously search them, make sure they've got no explosives or anything like that. And obviously seepers must be protected from then on until they're moved to a holding area. So that means we keep them in a secure location such as a bunker, for example, or in one of our vehicles until we can extract them back to a holding area. So there is 3 categories of SEPAs. So you have PWs, there's a prisoners of war, there's enemy combatants that of the opposing force, of a legitimate force that you've taken. Obviously they have the full rights. Retained personnel, which we mentioned earlier, about the medical and the religious. And then the final one, which we've been more than likely dealing with on the coin-op, which is detainees. These are civilians who are taking part in hostile activities against us or legitimate government. Now, these are not prisoners of war. They will be essentially treated as murderers and will be prosecuted by civilian authority. Now, whenever you capture someone, you must maintain their personal protective equipment, their PPE. So you can't take their helmet and their body armor off them. You can search it to make sure they've got no grenades or anything like that in there, but you must leave their body armor on. Right. Is there any questions?
I read them their rights.
If you really want to.
Sweet.
One
Hey, make
question.
it quick.
Go for it, Duffy.
What do you do with their offensive equipment?
Probably put it into a storage area.
Confiscate, or what if you can't carry it? You just have to leave it there, or?
No, you get someone who can carry it,
Okay.
shove it in their backpack, and then or whatever, and then you'll put it in a secure area. Remember that checkpoint one we did not long ago?
Put it in a sandwich baggie. Aye.
Yeah, we had a couple of empty boxes in the bunkers, didn't we? Specifically for depositing
contraband.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Now, before I go on to self-defense, which is going to cover what Hendrix brought up, I'm just going to very briefly mention the first line of card Charlie, which is obviously primarily going to be the one we're operating on in the coin-op. So, we can only fire on PID targets that are firing on us. So, remember that, alright? So, self-defense. So, the use of force is authorised in circumstances where human life is threatened. So, answering your question earlier, Hendrix, if a civilian is about to get shot at by someone and you believe it's an imminent threat, you must then call out British Army, stop or I fire, before you can engage them. The only exception to that rule is if you think giving that warning is going to cause a more threat to the threat to escalate or the death of people. By you saying that, you just engage immediately. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yep.
Okay. Does everyone understand what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Lovely. So obviously the use of force here, again, human life must be threatened. You have to have a genuine, honest belief that this is the case. So it can't be just someone shouting in my face, it must be someone you legitimately think is going to about to take your life, or somebody else's life, and be an imminent threat. So, again, this will come down to your own determination, experience, as, for example, a threat which I will perceive is going to be different to what a recruit will perceive, because of the lack of experience of what he thinks is and is not a threat. But obviously
Sorry, Phil. But you guys will need to be on the ball with this one, because one of the new mods we have lets civilians throw things at us, like rocks and snowballs, and they can literally throw their own shoes at you now. Like, they actually throw sandals, so you need to remember that they're throwing something at you. It's not necessarily a grenade anymore, because we have a mod that means they could just be throwing a rock or throwing a fucking sticky sandal at you. Yes.
In the face of the rotten sandal.
Charlie used to be us using berets. Is that going to be the case, or are we going to still have it?
That will depend on the actual mission itself. Sorry, Phil.
It's fine. So, in regards to that, your response must be necessary and reasonable. Again, that comes back to the proportionality we mentioned earlier. So, again, if a guy's throwing rocks at you, and for some reason I'm panicking and think my life is in danger, I don't whip out my AT and fire at him. It must be proportional. So, I'll give you an example of this. This is a real-life example. So, and this is probably going to help you in some of the checkpoints that we do. So, a guard is on duty at a gate, and this gate has a history of vehicle-borne IEDs in the area. A vehicle approaches, but fails to with the access procedure. The guard then shouts a challenge to stop. The driver then ignores this and continues driving. So the guard fires at the vehicle while still shouting stop. The car continues to come and the driver ignores this. The guard then shouts bomb and then shoots at the driver whilst ducking for cover. So that example would be, he thinks there's an actual imminent threat because the guy is not obeying the standard procedures of the base. And obviously with the history of the vehicle-borne IEDs, that could have been a real threat. So under that scenario, he was completely covered and justified in what he did. It turned out that there was actually no vehicle-borne IED in that vehicle, and it was just unknown why the guy didn't stop or anything like that. But in that case, the guy did the right thing, he did his drills correctly. Any questions about the scenario? Lovely. And again, coming back to the warning, a warning must be given prior to opening fire, unless the previous point that I mentioned was given, that a imminent threat or loss of life was too imminent for you to give the warning. And regarding your shots, all shots must be aimed. There's no spraying of an area, it must be an aim shot. Right, is there any questions about self-defense in regards to that? Lovely. And coming to the final part, so in regards to self-defense, there's also a bit of a tricky situation in regards to scouts. So scouts, you have two types. You have an active scout and a passive scout. So an active scout is a scout that is actively involved in directing and targeting either indirect fire or IEDs. So he may not necessarily be armed, but he's obviously, you can prove that he's directly involved in hostilities and hostile acts that are causing a threat to human life against you or other people. So if he can be directly linked to the imminent threat on life, he may be engaged. Now, again, this is going to be something finicky, because just because a guy is up there with a pair of binos, we might think he's a scout, but we can't prove it, essentially. So that's a sticky one. So that's where it comes into this next category, which is passive scout. So this is a scout which is assisting the enemy by monitoring troops, bases and activity. That would be essentially like a guy standing on the street corner just watching us. He's not particularly doing anything wrong, but we can be suspicious about him. So obviously his actions can never be directly linked to what the hostile acts against us. However, while we may not be able to engage him, what we can do is arrest him and then detain him and question him later on. So point to note here is a civilian who participates in hostilities, so such as a civilian goes up, picks up a rifle and starts shooting at us, will lose his civilian status and thus his protection. So any questions about Scout's part as mentioned? Lovely. Lewis, that's my lesson done. Over to you. But is any questions from the whole thing I just went through?
How do we an active scout?
Say again.
Passive scout?
So can you say that again, please, Spencer?
How do we tell an active scout from a passive scout?
So, again, this is difficult. So, an active scout is a guy you can directly link to calling in indirect fire or controlling IEDs. The only example I can kind of give you of that is there's a guy on a hill with a massive radio set speaking on it, for example. That would be something pretty obvious. Like, he's got, civilians don't walk around with massive backpack radios. Whereas, like, one we can suspect, like, for example, the Taliban, where it becomes difficult, is that they can just have a pair of cheap binos and call somebody his mobile. We can't directly link him to the... That's the whole key point. We can't directly link him. As long as we can directly link him, we can engage.
Remember, a lot of this is we're trying to cannibalize stuff to work in ArmA, because a lot of the actual rules that we use in real life don't really apply in ArmA. Like, you can't really put a lot of stuff into effect properly, not without A, making things last like fucking 3 times longer than you need to, or B, everyone will get bored because they're not doing anything, waiting for something to be done properly. So we try and cannibalize everything to make it quicker, and you guys are a bit more involved and active. So yeah, some stuff have just been cannibalized.
So in regards to the active scout, an example I can say is a guy with a massive backpack radio who's pretty obviously calling in stuff, as opposed to a guy with a mobile phone. Because both are technically active, but there's one you can prove and one you can't prove. Does that make sense, Spencer?
Yep.
Cool. Again, any final questions? Lovely. Lewis, over to you.
Cool. Alright, I realised that was a lot of fucking words. So, yeah, apologies, but it's something you need to be aware of, because again, no spoilers, coming up in the very, very near future is campaign. And we will be operating around civilians a fucking shit ton.
That little excited hop there, Lundy.
Dippity happity. Well, yeah, but we'll be operating around lots of civilians on a regular basis. And we've had some issues in the past. I'm not going to point out anyone in particular, Mikhail or anyone else. We've had some points where civilians have been killed unnecessarily. And if that happened in campaign...
I disagree with unnecessarily.
We'll agree to disagree.
They were throwing grenades at us right through freedom suits.
One threw a grenade at us. You slotted 30. Anyway, let's get off that topic. But if that happened in campaign, I guarantee you the Zeusers would fucking wreck us for it, because then that would completely alter the plot. No longer do the people like us, now they all want our blood. So we need to try and avoid things like that. So now what we're going to be doing is Dacia's been setting up a little village for us, full of activities for us to take part in. And we're just going to go there and try not to shoot any civilians unnecessarily. Sounds easy enough. This is the 6th, so let's find out. If we do finish that relatively good time, I'll then go over IEDs and how to fucking use the Balance, the minesweeper, essentially. So, yeah. Cool. If everyone wants to take 5 minutes, go get a drink, go for a smoke, whatever, I'll go make sure Dacia's actually ready for us, and then when I get back, we'll get going.
Make sure you hydrate and hydrate some more, and then dehydrate.
I'm gonna load up and hope my internet doesn't die again.
1-2, back to herringbone.
I think they've got something on called like spamming the notes and shit like that. Stuff like that.
You can bring your weapon out now again, Vader.
Right, guys, if you need ammo or any meds and stuff like that, go grab some while you've got this.
Oh, Morrigan, can you go red, please?
I don't know or something like that, because...
Thank you all. Right, Vader, just gonna go get a drink of water.
Microphone muted.
Same here.
Oh shit.
Wait, that must be gates and
Yeah, so much chance.
I kind of want to taste.
I would imagine over by the boxes.
Delta, we're gonna have to
Is it?
turn 180 degrees, not required. Ready?
Turn back. Fucking alternative.
2 or 3 is always good.
Yeah.
And I'm back.
Imagine
No.
Debbie coming back and being like, oh, can you go blue?
Wait, where's the dude that's supposed to be there?
That is you.
That is you.
Excuse me, I was pissing.
Smoosh it up, everybody.
Time to shoot civilian.
How do I take my
No.
That was
Control tell.
not supposed to.
Keep it on just now, then cover it. I'm on the wrong way. Wait, no. I'm on the right way.
Microphone
You're looking the wrong
activated.
way.
Back on station.
You're looking the wrong way because you're meant to be looking southwest.
Sure?
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And
Yeah,
that's
but that's the
68
front
yards.
this way. Because I'm the rear. I'm D.
Yeah, you're still left, right, left, right, left, right. You're not an A.
big D.
Right from them.
The biggest.
No, Underwood, she's in the right way because Duffy needs a slot in there.
Oh, I didn't realise Duffy. I thought Duffy was actually there.
Well, we've got cola flavour today's, boys. I'm feeling good.
This is not nicotine.
It's nicotine like part of the time.
Yeah.
Fucking sadists.
Did you say curry flavor?
No, I got cola.
Curry.
So, Hendrix.
I'm sucking on a Boona.
Hendrix.
Just a fucking casual tikka masala, yeah.
Rations of fucking.
Oh my god.
Proper
Well,
script.
Matt is here.
Yeah, it's all gone a bit downhill.
You need me to take 18.
Sure.
What? Yes. Oh, I don't know whether we're going to need it. Gates has got 80.
As long as it's not any of us, I don't give a shit.
Chomley's here. He's just getting ammo. So I'll be back in a sec.
Gibbo?
Gibbo's just gone somewhere for a second.
Oh, fucking hell.
Would you like to get the message?
No, not really.
Mikhail,
What?
I assume that your gameplay during Flashing Lights was not a good example of how to do with civilians, right?
No, there's no such thing as.
We'll not talk about that.
Non-active.
Also, I need to check out the internet with you because it's getting ridiculous.
Also, Duffy, hard hat on.
Let's not get into a big discussion about any war crimes that I may or may not have committed, alright?
No, as in, like,
No.
it keeps resetting itself.
Well, you want to reload, you go grab yourself a new box after
Fucking seeing the guy from Northern Ireland.
No, it was only about 5. I've just checked. It was only about 5 rounds.
Fair enough.
Wait, who lit up?
No
Oh, that was great.
Okay, chaps, just for the sake of it, make sure your weapon safeties are on.
You won't believe this, but
It wasn't just me, my section was complicit in the act.
blew my laptop off its little precarious.
And it literally wasn't. The whole section
You say
covered
wind,
with fire
I
on
say
it.
fucking hurricane if it's blowing a laptop.
If one goes down, they all go down. Okay, did you order a code red?
Did I do what?
Did you order a code red?
No, I ordered cool. Red. No, what?
I think I just had a fucking stroke listening to that. What?
What code red? Who needs shot? What's silly? I mean,
Technically, we committed a war crime by obeying
Hey.
Mikhail's orders, didn't we?
To be fair, right, you guys could have just not shot.
That's right.
So,
And arrested you.
well, I don't know about that, but you guys were all complicit in it.
I actually enjoyed it, so I'm not going to
Yeah, there we go.
blame you.
Fuck off. Stop singling me out here. I feel attacked. I feel cornered. I'm gonna have to self-defend in a minute.
I mean, Mikhail.
Yes?
You are forgetting one thing, you have a dog to defend you.
I do have a dog. He's over there just being a fucking idiot at the moment. Look, but
Bronson in the field.
Is the dog a competent or a non-competent?
Well, you can fucking fight on command when the mob starts working properly, so I'd say he's a combatant.
Oh yeah.
He's a very, very good boy.
Mikhail, just something to note for you. Under British law, if someone was about to shoot your dog, you couldn't shoot him because it's not counted as a human life.
I disagree strongly there, Spittle.
It's the law, don't argue with me. But if you were an American, for example, he had entitled to defend his property.
In fairness, if fucking homie had a gun and was aiming it at the dog, then I'm fairly sure we would be lighting him the fuck up anyway.
Mm.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't be causing an imminent threat to you, that's the definition.
Yeah, imminent threat to a dog would be an imminent threat to a human.
No, it matters how close you are.
You've done him.
Animals don't have rights.
In what part of that was an in-law mentioned?
In-laws?
Let me just go get the in-laws, get my in-laws.
Yeah.
You fucking said in-law.
Yeah, no, I heard in-law.
Well, here's the funny thing, Vader. You're an animal. Everyone is.
You're Canadian. You are my
That was Murphy.
Shut the fuck up. Hey.
That
was Murphy.
Watching you come near as chums and watching one step
All
forward.
stations 1-0, can I get all 1 ICs on me? Out.
Duffy, over to you.
Oh shit, yeah, radio check.
That's just the fucking US.
What? Where is he? Oh, he's down here. I thought you were down the other side.
No, I teleported the vehicle right so that we doesn't give people overheard shit. Right, check maps. So... Ah, fuck, what was that grid you told me again? Oh yeah, here it is. So grid 056089, I see.
Seen?
Yep, seen.
So as you can see, it doesn't really have a name. There's Bastan here, but so we're going to call it Town B. So they are today, this mosque here, they will be having an election of sorts to vote for some local official of some type. Now, our task is to essentially get there, patrol around the area, and just ensure that nothing bad happens while it's going on, and to ensure that everyone can vote, for liberty and democracy and all that palaver.
All our favourite things.
Now, so we do know that there are 2 members of the Afghan army at the mosque. They will be armed. They are there essentially guarding the entrance. But our task is to actually go in there, patrol the area, and make sure that nothing happens. Also, I am going to be in and out of Zeus. So while I'll be there with you, I'm not really there, I'll be helping Zeus with Daesh and Spain, but I will still go there with you. Now, I will leave this up to Mikhail for the rest of it, but what I would personally recommend, Mikhail?
No war crimes.
No war crimes. I would highly encourage no war crimes, but I would say just set up 2 makeshift checkpoints, one here and one here.
Mark them again, sorry I was out of the map.
So here?
Yep.
And here. So that means you can have one section, have a section on each, and then you can have a third section, like actually doing a patrol.
So basically just covering the T intersection and the crossroads.
Yeah, pretty much.
Roger.
That's what I would do, but I'll leave it to you. So you'll be going in by vehicle, we will have flight routes tonight. So explain to your lads on the way that it will be civilian heavy. They might not even fire a shot tonight. But it's something we have to go through so that when campaign happens, it doesn't, things don't get harder for us unnecessarily. Ooh, wrong button.
Yeah, thanks, I shot myself. Card?
Right. Card? What do you think? Charlie.
Yep, so are we going soft taps or hard taps?
You can go, I'll leave that to Mikhail, actually.
Let's go soft taps. Actually, no, hard taps, I don't have a barrier.
I can give you one if you want.
No, that's fine, it's fine.
He also needs a C-tap.
I do actually need a C-tap.
You should be able to get them in the boards. I mean, he has Zeus as standard.
It always seems to crash when I go to an Arsenal on myself. Like, seems to crash my game out.
Don't know.
Ooh, I like it when you tell me to do that.
Question?
There you go. Ferry and C-tap, yes.
So you're saying checkpoints, are these ones we're going to have to make, or are these ones that are going to be set up for us?
Nothing can be set up there, but as in just have a couple of lads stick down the road just balance every now and again.
Roger.
You have to use your vehicle as, a makeshift checkpoint.
Like these, right?
So yeah, you'll have to make it up as you go along with the actual checkpoint. Any other questions?
No.
Cool. Yeah, I'm good with the lads then.
Okay, look.
Duffy, push the section to the northwest on the other side of that building.
Did you shotgun something in my fucking chat?
1, 2, on your feet, on me.
What was that, Connolly?
That's not what we talked about.
Right, who's got space in their backpack currently?
Charlie 1, once you've rather be advised off station 1, Mike.
Not nothing, but I am carrying a box for the AR, so I can get rid of that.
Same.
Right, if you got space because of the jet, can you stand up for me so if in case I don't hear you? You've got one, Morrigan. Okay, Morrigan, once I've done this briefing, I want you to go and see if you can go get an entrenching tool. I'll show off. Right, yeah, Morrigan. Once in this briefing, we're going to try and get a entrenching tool. So, open your maps, chaps. Go to grid reference 056089. Just see a small hamlet with 2 roads travelling to the south. Roger. Okay, just get my notepad open. Right, so tonight will be a very heavy civvy interaction, so don't expect firing if there is going to be any. This is essentially a chance for us to practice the drills that I've just gone over. So this town doesn't currently have a name, so we will refer to it as Town B. There's currently an election going on here at this mosque. As you can see, the main building there with like a courtyard. In that facility, there is 2 times Afghan armed guards. They are armed, so do not shoot them. They are friendly. Hopefully, if Dacia's not done the thingy again. So, we will be providing patrol and security for the area. There will be 2 times checkpoints and 1 times patrolling section. So the checkpoints, as you probably can guess, are going to be 1 on each of the crossroads. Well, actually, 1 crossroad and 1 T-junction. And then the 3rd section will simply patrol around the local area. I'm guessing we'll switch over as the time goes on. We will vehicle convoy there, as we do not have flight on station currently. We will be on car Charlie for probably the entire night. So again, I'll reiterate. Only engage PID targets. That means we can positively identify them as enemy that are shooting at us. And also regarding the self-defense I went over. We will be wearing hard hats tonight, so no soft hat. Any questions? Yes, Morgan?
Is it going to be sort of rotational, where everyone will get a chance to be a guard? Or...
Yes, like I said, the sections will rotate between, I reckon will rotate between the checkpoints and the patrol.
Alrighty.
So we shouldn't be in one place the entire night. The only exception I would say to that is if we come under ridiculously heavy fire, essentially we'll just hunker down at that point. Connolly, did you say something? Oh, yes, the control shift N. And yes, Spencer?
Are we expected to come under heavy fire, or
no?
Is there a threat to us? Or?
Currently, there is been no stated threat or IED threat of that manner. Doesn't mean there's not going to be any. So just keep your eyes open. Expect anything. But again, we're nighttime, possibly.
No, it's going to be like evening or dusk. Gotta be.
Come on. Give my screen back. There we go. So, obviously we're providing security for an election. So, there's either going to be hostile people that are armed coming at us, or there's essentially going to be, I'd say, more or less just angry people. But again, they won't be causing a threat to us, hopefully. Does that answer your question, Senator?
Yep.
Yeah. So again, we're not expecting any threat, or there's been no intel on any, but that does not mean there isn't any. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought we had another member then for some reason. I thought we'd missed someone.
No.
Anyhow. Yeah. I think because maybe Duffy just scooched up.
Spittle.
Yes.
In terms of entrenching tools, I can make space for them because I'm carrying a box of the AR.
Okay. If I was gonna say, if we can get 2, that'd be grand. So if Morrigan and Duffy, if you can find a way to scooch around some space for entrenching tool, has anyone got the slightest sliver of space that we can possibly redistribute them to's equipment?
Half the bag empty.
You got half a bag empty?
Half a bag empty. Here, have the box.
Yeah.
Speak an AR that's got half a bag empty. Speaks to me that it hasn't got enough DACA.
So I can reach your backpack.
Hello.
I have plenty of meds, so I have about...
Right, is there any questions from that lesson I gave as well? Any queries?
Later on I'll go over it with you because I don't know how much of this right now actually make you.
Alright.
There's a lot.
Law of armed conflict is very extensive.
I wrote everything you wrote. You said.
And I've got an Italian benefactor as well that knows international law, so I'm okay. I'm sorted. I'm pimping. Right. If there's no more questions, Duffy, Morrigan, get yourself the entrenching tools. Everyone else back to herringbone.
Aye.
On me.
Morrigan.
I bet you do, Ancona.
Spittle, would they be in FSG box?
Possibly. If they're not, let me know. I can spawn some down for you.
Conley Spencer, return to herringbone.
Rain on Taki.
Rain?
What's going on?
We're in a desert.
I'll tell you what.
What the hell?
It's rain.
Okay, so actually, here's the fun thing. Deserts do actually get rain.
Really?
Yeah, I know you don't know this.
I'll tell you what, Gates. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't know half the fucking shit.
Gibbons. Maybe this is the Zeus psychologically trying to make us think we're cool, actually. Oh.
Fuck your plan!
I now feel hot again.
After rain
How
comes
much
sunshine.
Really bright. That went from dark.
How much longer do you want to give them?
Spittle, no entrenching tools in the boxes. Originally used the arsenal.
You go for it.
We have 2 minutes to finish operations before we step off out.
Mikhail? I'm just going to use my guide down some entrenching tools.
Okay.
My guys are done for debrief, by the way.
Go grab.
Channel switched. Channel switched.
We don't have it.
Is the arsenal good?
About to check it.
He's right there. Nah, from the middle.
Really wish there was a way to put more than one in at a time.
2 times entrenching tool got.
Roger's got a crate anyway, it's a secondary.
No, I'm saying someone's having a beast of a life. Can't you hear them?
Yeah, I heard that. It was either
Vader, push forward a bit.
or it was fucking.
Only push the side.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, if you hear that, it was
Right,
pull-ups.
everyone's ready? Everyone cool?
Yeah,
We're
we're all good.
Lewis, I'll just put some entrenching tools behind us there.
Every other section has hard.
You don't need to flex on us.
Spittle, be aware. Entrenching tools are in the arsenal on the boards.
Yeah, I know, I put it down, that box down before Duffy said there was.
Yeah.
I just thought, yeah.
Get over it.
Frames. There
No.
we go.
Wait, why does Underwood have like a small rocket launcher and then
Right, guys.
Oh, we're now getting soft ads, okay.
Oh, we are. Okay. Soft hats on.
There we go.
Oh, soft hats.
what's soft hats? Oh, berets.
Actually, my recruit doesn't have a blue hat.
Spencer.
Are we wearing berets?
Yeah. So self-interaction,
I need my
equipment,
recruits,
and then
recruits to
take
have
off.
blue hats.
Sling helmet.
Oh, give up.
Yeah.
We've got entrenching.
It'll be sling helmet, Spencer.
Gibbons?
Yeah, mate.
I put a box down there with entrenching tools.
There you go.
Joshua, 1 on your feet.
So.
1, 2 on your feet. Hold fast.
Chumley and I aren't trusted with it.
Charlie 1, 1-0 Bravo, get you guys up at the V motor pool and move up.
Vader, take us out, take us left.
Left side. Follow on from 1, 2 when they get off.
Hello, 1-0 Bravo, this is 1-2 Charlie, message over.
0 Bravo, go ahead, over.
1-2 Charlie, what vehicle should we be taking over?
0 Bravo, we will take one of us there, over.
1-2 Charlie, roger that, out. What do I want? What do I want? Duffy, what we fancy like?
Big boy.
Alright.
Charlie 1-0 Bravo, we'll take the ridge box now.
Alright, 1-2, Duffy, get him formed up next to the red, I'll pull it out.
Where's that? 1-2 on me.
Man said ring back.
Yeah, get up. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, there we go.
Yeah.
Alright, Gates, get on the car.
We'll get in the last one.
Come on.
Also, are people getting in my vehicle?
No, it's me. Trying to get in my other one. Gibbons, could you pull forward first?
Okay, who's driving? Murphy. Yeah, pull us forward like a couple of steps. Yeah, and Conley.
Oh, I think that's both on one. Yeah.
Ooh. Thank you, Ancona.
Spell, you have trouble there.
Yeah, it's because Gibbons' vehicle's too close. Hand up.
Positions?
I'll have Fader as my driver, Morrigan getting the 50, Delta in the back.
Roger that.
If you scroll on it, you'll see that there's a different working out that you're not getting enough same time as somebody else.
1 0 Bravo, this is 1 1 Charlie, message over.
2 Bravo, go ahead, 1 1 over.
1 1 Charlie, I assume we're setting the convoy net at 50.1 over.
0 Bravo, negative. 1 2 Ellen. 3 vehicles, we'll just stay in touch over the command net, over.
1 1, Roger, out.
Big sad.
We're not using convoy net tonight, don't worry, mate.
I had it already primed and ready. Now the question is that gate going to work? Because I never messed with that.
I fucking hope so.
Oh, you remember the last time we were here when they thought they were going to open like Camp Sword and then ran straight into it?
Charlie 1 1 0 Bravo, step off when you're ready.
Right, let's go.
Oh, you? Yeah. That's the reason you're not driving right now.
Oh, hold on. Oh no, it doesn't. I'll spoil it, yes.
What a moment.
Let's just leave him there. Is that Blakeway?
Wait, is he gonna listen to let everybody through?
Oh. Ooh. What's he doing? Oh, no.
Joke, I don't know.
I'm waiting to have a fucking grey moment, Lewis, where someone just runs over barbed wire and pops up out.
Let's go. Ooh. For the hell, Victor Free.
Go over command net like, you useless cunt!
Good days.
Not particularly, but keep your eyes out. Even though we're technically in the back of the truck, we can't see anything except through this little tiny window in the back.
Do you hear that, Fader?
5 0.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big 3, turn it right.
Yeah, if you guys can turn out of there to get some security.
I think our dear commander, Lewis, is on the other hatch.
Soon, DC boys.
Don't get off the road, stay on the road. Stay on the road. I think the speed given set was quite ambitious.
What did he say?
He said convoy speed. Oh no, we are at 50. Bloody hell. Okay.
Yeah, these things can hit 60. You just slow down.
51 turning right, middle road.
Someone's hit one over here.
That'll probably be about this minute.
Yeah, that's Morrigan. I'm getting on the gun. But I'm taking over the gunner.
Yeah, roger. Well, at least he was here for the lesson. Ooh. Bit of lag there.
Alright, that was me.
God, Lewis.
I wanted to be closer to the door.
Alright, we've got 2 straights coming up.
Roger. What, the really racist generic Middle Eastern accent? Yeah. I'm gonna have to find a way to cut that out the fucking bottom of the screen.
Oh my lord.
Just cut Spain out of my life.
So remember, Mikhail, you want the vehicle just off the road. You don't want to be obstructing traffic. You just want the lights to sort of hold them. Yeah.
Oh, goat.
Victor 1 going left hand side of the road to avoid traffic.
Make sure you stay. Yeah, make sure you stay on the road though.
Which one?
Victor 1 turning left.
Turn left here.
No.
Charge over 10 Bravo when we park over the light.
Slow down.
It's like the operator's not blocking everyone.
Oh. Think you hit a bench.
Yeah, possible spotter.
Maybe he's just like third.
Who knows?
Victor 1 hold.
Well, very slightly to the right.
But actually, we might just be able to park in there.
Yeah, he's waiting in.
Charlie 1 scratched last, one of the ANA is actually waving us into the side street, so we'll park up in there.
Right. Fader, reverse right and take us in.
Hold on, wait.
Oh, hold.
Hello, welcome. You security detail? Yes. Ah, fantastic. It's up to you. My men can keep an eye on your vehicles if you want to put them that way. There's not a lot of space, but...
Okay, you have soft dismount.
Yeah, no, we'll figure it out. I'll be back in a sec. Right, and still.
Connolly, just go over there. Yep.
You stop doing the animation too, yeah?
You can park your vehicle in here.
Roger.
Out of the way.
Fader, take it right, push it in. I'll direct you on.
Because of animation, they keep doing the same action.
Yep, park it here.
Yes, thank you.
So put it right.
There's nothing to see here, though.
But yeah, you can swing it left though anyway. Right. Oh, you keep switching Spencer to Delta.
He's always been in Delta?
No, I keep switching him to red, he keeps switching back to blue.
I told him to go Delta.
Yeah, no, but I need him. 3 and 3.
Oh, yeah, because I thought, Morgan was going to be the Slippy one. Yeah, no, take him. Yeah?
Yeah. Fader, dismount. So Duffy, get for the moment Connolly in this gun.
Scroll wheel or get out? So scroll wheel or get out? There. Spencer, be sure to go red. Connolly?
Yep.
You're on the 50.
Over there, Connolly. Fader, Spencer, I want you to push north, get on the road. Duffy, just have your fire team on the south side. Right, so Fader.
Yeah.
For the moment, we need to grab that corner. Spencer, would you just grab that there?
Because I'm going to be in and out anyway.
No.
Fiddle.
Yeah.
What fire team? It's me and Connolly.
Yeah, obviously you got Connolly on the gun.
Yeah.
So essentially you just want to provide some eyes for her to the south.
Ah, okay, so she'll...
And here's Morrigan.
Clear.
John Charlie 110 Bravo, can I have all ICs on my position?
Oh, crap. Sorry, Morrigan. Go relieve Spencer's position and send him back to Duffy. Tell Duffy it's my mistake. I thought it was you for some reason. Duffy?
Aye.
I apologise, yeah. I was thinking of Morrigan when I was thinking of Spencer.
Hello.
Okay.
Don't ask me why. I'm sending Spencer back to you.
No.
Aye, right.
My name is Michael.
Hello.
Hello, Mikhail. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Don't forget, if someone starts engaging you, then they drop their weapon and run, and you're
away from
not
the
allowed to
explosion, or
engage.
at least some distance away from
Good to know.
Where is Mr. McHale?
He's here.
Hello, sorry.
Right guys, gather around. So,
Hello, can you hear me?
game plan for tonight. What we're going to have is we're going to have the checkpoints. I'm marking on the map now. Labelled CPs 1 and 2 respectively.
Yep.
Very exciting day today.
What I want is Underwood. Your section's quite beefy tonight, innit?
I'm on CP2 already, but I can move if you need me to.
Take 3 guys to stay on CP2.
Yep.
Gibbo, I'm going to pull you off that CP. Leave your vehicle there. Gibbo, Spittle, sorry. Same detail for you. Pick 3 guys to remain on CP1. Or move to CP1.
Roger that, CP1. So currently I've got essentially one fire team on the road here, other fire team here guarding the south entrance. Would you prefer the one on the road?
Move one of those fire teams onto the road to the checkpoint.
Yeah, right. Okay, got you.
Right, that leaves you with 1 fire team. That would leave you with roughly 1 fire team. And Gibbo, how many have you got?
I've got 6.
6 in the server now, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be alternating patrols up to villages A and B marked on the map. Can you see them? Sorry, A and C marked on the map.
We're chucking a jelly bean.
A, B, or C marks.
Because we're in group channel, because I'm an idiot.
Vader, take Morrigan and push up to that crossroad over there, to your front.
And there is C on the map. Can we see that?
Yeah, same.
Morrigan, let's push up.
Guessing, yeah.
Yeah, this is B. So we're going to be alternating patrols between villages A and C, while we leave a fire team here to basically pull security on the mosque. So let's have a look. So
what's wrong with him?
I've got a mosque in my way, so I don't think I am. But that's well.
Split your section between A and C first.
Spittle, where do you want us facing?
You're essentially on the crossroad.
By split, currently it's me and Murphy would be 1 fire.
You're essentially taking over for 1-1.
Right, so take a guy out of your fire team and put him in your Charlie fire team.
Somebody covering the west?
Well, just see what I do.
So what's the plan? We're leaving 3 guys here from each section. 1.
3 guys on each checkpoint. We're gonna have. Did you say you had 3 guys posted up on one of these sections already, Spell?
That's my Delta fire team right there. My Charlie fire team's already taken up the CP1.
Yeah, so you'll get one of your fire teams Underwood to maintain security on this part of the road in the centre. Basically, we want to try and cut this mosque off. From there, right, what does that leave us? So you've got your fire teams going to A and C. You've got a fire team on a checkpoint, and you also have them there. You've got a fire team on the checkpoint and over there. Right, so that should give us some cover. What we'll do is we'll alternate. When you guys get back, we'll swap it out, so you'll replace 1 freeze positions. They'll go out patrol, come back, then be replaced by 1-2.
Yeah.
So when you say patrol, we just following the main
bunker
road,
shed
we
thing
through,
on the southwestern hill. Is that same?
Compound, we literally patrolling up and back.
For your guys we start from checkpoint 1. This road and around.
There's a bunker thing on the northeastern hill as well.
Yeah, they're part of the natural scenery. Just keep an eye on them.
Clockwise or counterclockwise around it, yeah?
Aye, roger that.
We'll go counterclockwise around on the road down through checkpoint 2. Whoever you send down to village C, just send them down this road and back.
No worries, you happy with me to go?
Yep.
Right. Mikhail, got no questions about checkpoint 1.
Are we doing full searches on vehicles or
searches on vehicles if they are on suspicion? If they're just stopping or compliant and don't off,
Roger that.
just let them through.
Roger that. If the vehicles are
Right. What do you want with Delta? Do you want to push to the very far end and get that part, or stick where they are currently?
Where are currently? Maybe make use of. Push them out a little bit further, but not too far.
Right. Might not be able to get a person on this alleyway though.
Right.
I'm thinking the.
Tell you what, how many's in your Delta? 3.
3.
Right. 2 on those barricades, 1 on the alley.
All right, Roger.
And then you're out.
Right.
Duffy? Where is he? Duffy?
Aye.
Right. We need to bring the... Ooh.
What?
I was just going to say bring the vehicle over here, but this is terrible.
I know, this is absolute shite.
Yeah, okay then. Just keep you two chaps here then, and one person up on that corridor. If you think bringing the Victor over here will give you an advantage, but I don't think it will.
Oh.
I think leave it back there.
Exactly, I mean, Conley can see more.
John Showing
there
110
than she
Bravo,
will
be
up
advised I'm going to be off station for another 30 seconds.
Yeah, roger that. Section, listen in. So we will be searching stopping vehicles in this checkpoints. If they are okay, they are just to be sent through. If they are suspicious, they are then to be searched. Does everyone understand?
CP2, message over.
CP1, send message over.
CP1, be advised there is a blue Land Rover coming through the town now to go to a village. Over.
CP1, roger that, out. Fader, blue Land Rover coming up, it has been passed through. Send it, Duffy.
Civies, same spiel as vehicles, or just let them through?
Question if you can. If not suspicious, then send them through. If suspicious, do the stop and search.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is, if AI let through, if they talk, search them.
If suspicious. Hello, how are you today?
Suspicious.
Yes, good.
A great day to vote, isn't it?
Yes, it's lovely weather to
driver has
I know.
to our vehicle.
Vote for Raj.
I heard that as well, Connolly.
Yeah, if anyone asks about the voting, we just say vote for Raj.
Roger that.
We shall have McFly as the leader of the new Pakistan party.
Aren't we supposed to be apolitical in these kind of missions?
Well. Right, Morrigan, go red. And also push yourself up there. And obviously make sure you challenge vehicles as they come through. Hello, 10 Bravo. Could you repeat your last, over?
Roger that. Make sure you let me know when you guys are set on their checkpoints. Over.
1-2 Charlie, roger that. I am set with my Charlie fire team on CP1, over.
0 Bravo, acknowledged, out.
Right, Fader? Push yourself up the road a little bit, just so you're within shouting distance to challenge vehicles and stop them.
Keep on this side of the road, or...
Yeah, I'd say so. So for instance, you got a car coming in now. Stop. Stop. Sir, stop the vehicle.
Eh?
Stop the vehicle, sir.
Why do I have to stop every fucking time?
Sir, can I ask why you're coming through?
I want to leave.
Want to leave? Do you want to come through left or go front?
I want to go right.
Go right, sir, you can go right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bloody hell, every time. Stop, stop, stop. Search.
Hello, 10 Bravo, this is 13 Charlie, message over.
0 Bravo, go ahead, 13, over.
13 Charlie, be advised my CP is now set up. I'm going to proceed with patrolling around the outside of the town.
Challengers, make sure you're all on yelling.
0 Bravo, roger, out.
Tell you what, man, being on fucking Pakistan is very apt to how hot it's been today.
Oh god, yeah. So challengers, make sure when you have vehicles approaching, you call them to halt. Second time, still don't halt, say army, stop RI fire. Then obviously you would give in then the shot onto the vehicle, as I mentioned earlier in the briefing. Everyone understand? Understand?
Roger that.
Take it and don't fire with the pistol.
Probably best not to. Make sure as well that you survey your local area. If you've got any vehicles next to you, give them a quick look.
You okay there in your hot box, Connolly?
Friendly foot patrol approaching from south.
CP2, this is 1-1 Charlie, message over.
CP2, send message over.
CP2, be advised, 1-1 Charlie is now entering from your northern side, over.
CP2, roger that, I'll inform my guys. Out.
Reach the vehicle again, wait for you there.
Hi, we're thank you, so we're back.
Yeah, one of them. Gibbons, we're back. What's your position? Where's CP2?
CP2's down the road with the way we came in. So, we're outside the boss. As soon as Tremley gets.
You alright there, Blakeway?
Yeah, you go meet Gibbons, Hendrix. I'll meet Tremley.
Will do.
Boss coming in on the western road.
You guys alright?
We're alright, bud.
Roger that, I'll be moving that way.
Roger that.
Oh, mate.
Hey, wake up.
Yeah, Gage, set yourself up east, Murphy north again.
Damn it.
1-3, this is 1-0 Bravo, message over.
I don't know what
1-2 Charlie, send message over.
0 Bravo, 1-3, be advised, 1-1 have finished their patrol route. You're good, withdraw your guys from your checkpoint. And from your patrol route around the town, 1-1 are going to relieve you. You guys are then going to follow the same patrol route as 1-1. Only difference is going to be that you're not going to split your fire teams up, you're going to go as a section up to Village A, around to the bunker system that's marked on the map, and then back down.
Something's never changed.
Get back, head to C, and head back. Understood? Over.
1-3 acknowledges. Do you want me to continue my patrol around the base and the town and then head back to checkpoint, or directly to checkpoint? Over.
0 Bravo, roger that. Finish your patrol route, but get you guys pulled off the checkpoint. 1-1 are already there to relieve them. Over.
Acknowledges. Pulling them out now. Out.
Oh. Oh dear.
We're currently not on a CP.
I've just lost Morgan.
Yeah, same.
Hello, 10 Bravo, this is 12 Charlie, message over.
0 Bravo, go ahead, 12, over.
12 Charlie, be advised, CP1 is now down to 2 people, 1 times disconnect, over.
0 Bravo, roger that. For now, I'll head over to CP1, over.
12 Charlie, roger that, out.
Conley, did you hear that?
Was it?
Never mind. It's just a patrol coming through and they sounded like a robot. What, the guy next to the boxes? Also watch out for the guy that's in that little archway right next to you.
Hello, sir, you okay? Hello, sir?
Hello, 1 Charlie, this is 13 Charlie, message over.
13 Charlie, send your message over.
13 Charlie, be advised.
When Lewis gave his brief. Oh, Morgan's.
Issues, would you be able
Oh
to
dear.
bring some of your guys over and
Not again.
just go through it with them? Additional to that, I believe it might be a voting bus, apparently.
Morgan? Oh dear.
Roger that, I'll deal with the situation. Out.
Damn it.
1310 Bravo, message over.
13 Charlie, send message over.
Come here.
0 Bravo, 13, be advised, you'll see another bunker that's been marked on the map on your patrol route through to Village A. On your way back from Village A, I want you guys to poke your head in there as well, over.
East turned AI.
13 acknowledges, we'll also do that as additional tasking. Out.
East turned AI. Anyway, I was going to ask, was there any history of IEDs here?
Unknown, we weren't told.
Right, roger that. I'll just treat weird civvies and as weird civvies.
10 Bravo, this is 1 Charlie, message.
Right, I'm just going to go Zeus.
0 Bravo, go ahead, over.
Be advised, we have had an incident where a...
Channel switched.
No.
No. Currently trying to load in right now.
Channel switched.
0 Bravo, roger that. What was the actual fact? Hold on.
Duffy?
Aye.
I went out T-Far then, as I've had to capture Morgan, who I've placed next to your Ridgeback. Has he done the AI thing that Connolly did?
Let me go have a look.
Yeah, anyway, what did Gibbons call in? Duffy?
Gibbons called in an unconscious civilian.
Yeah, look, we've got now 2 Morgans.
Yeah, Morgan is here as an AI. He's not on my he's not on my shack tac, but he's the DMR and he's under arrest.
Yeah, he's on my shack tac.
Well, he's on my shack tac as name, but not as symbol on the compass.
Another one would.
Or none.
Who's bibbing their horn?
Coming from CP2.
Isn't that where you are?
No, I'm at CP1. Looks like it's a bus. Buzz is pulling into you, Duffy.
Roger that. Probably watch out, bus on your...
Hello, 10 Bravo. I got a what looks like a smoke plume to my south.
Roger, eyes on.
Did you hear the ship open at the plane?
Hello, 10 Bravo, this is 12 Charlie, message over.
0 Bravo, go ahead, over.
12 Charlie, we've got eyes on a smoke plume to our south, direct from CP1, over.
0 Bravo, roger that. Keep an eye on it, but don't engage anything, over.
12 Charlie, roger that, out. Fader, keep an eye on it.
10 Bravo, this is 13 Charlie, message over. Rush.
0 Bravo, go ahead, 13, over.
13 Charlie, be advised, I believe there is a third bunker complex to the northeast of checkpoint 1, grid square 058091. We've already passed it and are in checkpoint, town A now. Do you want us to check through that as we're coming back as well? Over.
0 Bravo, mark it on the map for now. I'll get 1 to have a look at it when they go out, over.
What's that, Connolly?
Fader, pull back your position. There's a guy on the balcony on your left. See if you can interact with him. How's the trees, Duffy?
Leafy.
Are they growing?
I can see them grow.
Yeah, just keep Colony away from them. You might have a sudden urge to toss them.
How are you, sir?
Toss what we're talking about here.
Yeah, wait, what the fuck's Spittle?
It's your national sport.
Spittle, he is not responding.
Roger that. Resume normal position.
Charlie 110 Bravo, as of this moment, since the taxis just came through carrying 10 AKs, any vehicle that comes through these checkpoints will be stopped and searched. Over.
12 Charlie acknowledged. Out. Okay, chaps. Any vehicle that comes through here is now to be stopped and searched. There was a car stopped with AKs. Right, Fader, pull your position back. I've got audio and vehicle to my for my east. Right, Fader. The way we're going to do this, we're essentially going to be working as a team. So we stay close to the intersection, and then we'll deploy as necessary as we see vehicles. Now we can see quite clear to the north and south, so we can deploy. Not quite so much to the east. So if you stay there, as soon as you see a vehicle to the south, start walking up to it and I'll back you up. Obviously make sure you're yelling to stop.
Yes, south is dead end.
Up there? Oh yeah, but we've had a vehicle come through, so less likely, but still.
What was the button combination for the ID search thing?
Minus. The one next to your equal sign. So you know you got your backslash.
Well, you know, I got a Swedish keyboard, so I don't know if it's the same.
Have you got enter?
Yep.
The one above that is like where you delete things from.
Yeah.
You've then got one to the left, which is an equal sign.
No.
Okay.
But I can try it on.
Well, just stay. Yes. No. What the fuck's that? Friendly patrol up there. Leave it for the moment. I'll do it if you need to.
Yeah. Okay. But it's an ACE thing, or is it
EOD?
Okay.
Yes. Even finding your controls first.
Yes, I can, Duffy.
Shut up.
Hello, 1-0 Bravo, this is 1-3 Charlie, message over.
0 Bravo, go ahead, over.
1-3 Charlie, be advised we have just looked through the bunker system on the left of Town A. Seems to be relatively clear, although there is times 2 civilians standing there not really doing much in that bunker system, over.
0 Bravo, roger that. If they're not doing much, just ignore them. Out.
Hello, 1-1 Charlie. This is 1-2 Charlie. Message over.
Charlie, send message over.
1-2 Charlie. Are you currently on patrol to the southeast of CP1? Over.
1-1 Delta, affirmative, out.
Hello, 1-1 Delta. This is 1-2 Charlie. Message over.
1-1 Delta, send your message over.
1-2 Charlie. Probably not relevant now, however, but we did have a audio on a vehicle to your southeast at that point, and as there was no villages or hovels at that point, it seems suspicious. You just keep an eye on it. Over.
1-1 Delta, roger that, over.
1-2 Charlie, out.
Morgan, wait out for Spittle.
Send it.
Spittle, Morgan's having some issues.
Stand by.
Vehicle approaching. Vehicles.
Stop! Stop! Yes, sir.
Only crouching man near the taxi.
Can you get the vehicle, please?
Judge will be advised I'm going to be moving a civilian vehicle out the way.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Just need to search it quickly. Failure, check the vehicle.
No, rip me out.
There's a pregnant woman in a taxi somewhere giving birth, and I need to help her.
Yes, yes. We've had things come through here, so just gotta check this first.
What kind of things?
That could be the
things which are illegal. Okay, you're good. Thank you for that.
Just keep an ear out.
Right, thank you. Right, hold on a second.
What is that?
That was very
That's
low.
a jet.
Jet, what's a jet?
Very low and slow.
Yep. Failures, you good to go?
Seems good.
Okay.
Spittle, did we ask?
Hello, CP2. This is CP1. Message over.
CP2, send your message over.
CP1, you will have a fast ambulance coming through. Oh. CP1 out.
We got that red pickup to our north.
Yeah, roger.
Bypassed us.
Right, Fader, hold here.
Spell.
Send it.
Did we ask for a show of force, or why was flight going over so low and slow?
Absolutely no idea.
And again.
Fader, where did that Jeep go?
Down the road, I think.
Actually, I think it went left, off-road.
Yeah, I see a cloud to the left. Yeah, smoke.
Right, get back on the checkpoint. Hello, CP2, this is CP1, message over.
CP2, send your message over.
CP1, we had a red pickup truck with 2 times occupants bypass our checkpoint via north. They seem to have gone off-road and have come over on your western side. They were acting suspiciously, over.
CP2, roger that, I'll let the guys know. Up.
Waking up my fucking boots, mate.
Yeah, Connolly, just keep an eye on your rear, just in case he's trying to come through that middle part. What the hell?
I don't know if...
Hello, CP1, this is CP2, message over.
CP1, send message over.
CP2, the red truck is heading to your direction. Over.
CP1, roger that, out to you. Hello, 10 Bravo, this is 12 Charlie, message over.
CP2, send message over.
12 Charlie, that was a message for 10 Bravo, over.
Apologies, 10 Bravo is currently engaged with a civilian at this time. Over.
12 Charlie, roger that, out. Fader, hold here. Right, Duffy, I'm just going to go out and investigate, see what this red truck is doing.
1-2, this is 10 Bravo, message over.
Okay. 12 Charlie, 10 Bravo, this red truck is hanging about and acting very suspicious, over.
0 Bravo, roger that, search it. Additional 1-2, 1-3 will be completing their patrol route soon. What I need you guys to do is you're going to be relieved by 1-1, and you guys are going to
Roger, intercept.
then proceed on the patrol routes between towns A and B, over.
12 Charlie, roger that. I require your assistance on checkpoint 1. I'm unable to go and look at the suspicious vehicle whilst manning the checkpoint, over.
0 Bravo, roger, on the way now, out.
Hello, 10 Bravo, this is 12 Delta, message over.
0 Bravo, go ahead, over.
12 Delta, one-time civilian, tried...
Stop!
Taxi,
Stop! I said stop!
Confiscated taxi, just putting it in a bit safer location.
Stop the vehicle. Stop the vehicle. Step out.
Step out of the vehicle now.
Step out of the
Yeah,
vehicle.
me.
British Army, step out of the vehicle or I fire. So move away from the vehicle. Move away.
View.
Hello, 10.
Step
This is
out.
12 Charlie, message over.
Right. Damage that. Cool.
Hospital, keep an eye on them.
Yep.
One guy to search the vehicle.
Put up against the wall.
Search them.
Break, explosions.
Back in. Put yourself against the wall now.
3 is 10 Bravo,
Oh,
search over.
13 Charlie, be advised that bike has just blitzed through lines and gone and exploded in the top of the hills. No casualties, but yeah, I was trying to get hold of you for that.
Stay there.
0 Bravo, roger, out.
Fader, can you come here and cable tie this, guys?
1310 Bravo, once you guys have finished your patrol, you are going to man checkpoint 2.
Stop immediately. Stop immediately.
Once we Charlie, roger that. I've just arrived at checkpoint 2 now. Do you still want me to move down to town C, or do you want me to relieve checkpoint 2 and then they can do that over?
Zero Bravo, have you not made it down to town C yet? Over.
Right, so it's on the right.
I was checking the bunker complexes, but I'm now back at checkpoint 2 to come through and down to C. Over.
Zero Bravo, roger that. Just fucking maintain your patrol for now. Finish off down at C and we'll get 1-2 relief from there.
Roger.
Out to you. 1-1, scrub your previous task and just hold on
Okay.
CP2 with a fire team patrolling the town until 1-3 have returned from town C. Over.
2 times grenades.
1-1, acknowledged.
Right.
I will move a fire team out now.
Actually, right, we can't manage if we're moving those prisoners.
Which fucking can keep me. Are they detained now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just leave wherever you are. I'll move
Right.
them.
Okay, Fader, just go deal with those guys. I'll just move those prisoners around a little bit.
You weren't with these guys, no?
Yeah. I see the road. Why can't we go? Search the cards, just quickly make a search. Don't put your fingerprint on it. I have too much.
Take as long as we need to. How so?
Every time you go here, there's either something explosion or other
Are we looking further?
Did you work on what those guys
So
were?
1-1, 1-0 Bravo, message over.
Yeah, we detained 2 of them, one of them had grenades.
1-0, did you acknowledge my last about just maintaining on checkpoint 2 with a fire team patrol?
No, completely different vehicle. Suspicious one I pulled up.
1-0, we acknowledged it. We were currently dealing with the injured man from the motorcycle crash. He has now been patched up. We're just escorting him back to the mosque. Once he's at the mosque, we'll continue on the patrol. We are still holding down CP2 at this time. Over.
0 Bravo, roger, out.
Spittle, are these guys cleared to pass?
Are they cleared?
Hello, 1-2, this is 1-3 Charlie, message over.
Yeah, they're clear.
1-2 Charlie, wait out. Out to you. Hello, CP2, this is CP1, message over.
CP2, send your message over.
CP1, there will be 2 times sports cars coming through now, over.
Going straight to them left.
Roger,
Yes.
out.
Hello, 1-3 Charlie, this is 1-2 Charlie, send message over.
1-2 Charlie, 1-3 Charlie, be advised the ambulance that originally blasted through seems to have now parked up on your south-southeast of your checkpoint. Passed by it, still has 2 times occupants in it, but not really doing anything otherwise. When I pass by again, I'll see if there's any update on it. Over.
It was okay.
1-2 Charlie, out. Say again?
It was okay to send them through.
Yeah, send them through.
Wow, that's a very nice car.
So you might want to get out the road.
I like it.
So you might want to get out the road.
Why?
I'm pretty sure you don't want to be run over, sir.
But you make them stop for me. Yes.
Oh.
Tell them to stop. 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 They didn't stop.
Hello, 10 Bravo. This is 12 Charlie. Message over.
0 Bravo, go ahead. Over.
12 Charlie. Can we have a resupply of cable ties? Over.
0 Bravo, roger that. I'll get on it. Out.
10 Bravo, 11 Charlie, message over.
Go ahead, send message over.
10 Bravo, is it potential that we can get body bags as well? Over.
0 Bravo, stand by. Out. And body bags.
Yeah, I went to arrest those 2 guys. I was like, oh shit, I got no cable ties.
Yeah. I love how these guys just stand in the middle of the road.
Yeah, I'm thinking once we get some cable ties, we'll arrest them, just move them off the road slightly and then unarrest them.
That's supposed to be a guy in that taxi, but like just like sitting there, yeah. That's just an AI.
Has Morrigan got himself back in?
No idea. Thought he was relaying with you.
No, he's not here. See if you can reduce your view distance.
Resupply should be coming in.
Yeah, roger that. I think I've got 1 times reinsert as well. Morgan.
No, Morgan's over there.
Is he? No, that's that's his AI version.
Oh, okay.
If for some reason that happened again.
Also, we've got resupply possibly at base being Morgan. Possible reinsert for Morgan back at base as well. Rog, I don't know if he's fucking actually in his...
Spill, are we looking for a chef? Is a patrol coming in?
Say again?
When are we set to go out on the patrol that was called?
I don't know. As soon as we're relieved by somebody, I've got to reconfirm our route because whilst he was giving that order, I was trying to arrest 2 guys and detain them.
Aye, roger that.
Whilst Fader was also dealing with a convoy. Worst possible moment, really.
Hello, I'm on this 10 Bravo, be advised 13 are going to be relieving you from checkpoint 2 now. Out to you, 12. You guys are going to head on your patrols of towns A and C now, over.
12 Charlie, roger that, waiting to be relieved, over.
A11, 10 Bravo, as mentioned before, you guys are now going to move to checkpoint 1 and the back end of the mosque to set up your positions, over.
Wait, where did all those civvies go?
Ran off.
Ah.
11 Charlie, Roger, be advised I still have a fire team out doing a patrol as they're away on their move, over.
0 Bravo, roger that. In the meantime, move your guys over at checkpoint 1. Relieve Spittle from there. When your other guys finish patrol, they can relieve the guys.
Halt! Who goes there?
1-1 returning down to CP1.
Roger that, how many do you patrol?
Just the 3 of us.
Just the 3 of us. Roger, come in, sit next to me.
Yeah, Spittle, Morgan's having
Sit next to me, come on.
massive issues,
Right.
you can't hear anything.
Advance want to be recognised.
This game keeps crashing.
Scratch that 1-1.
Right, following you guys, go.
For you guys at the moment, over.
So essentially, at this point, guys, you'd be counting them in and also making sure that no one's dressed up as the enemy.
Being challenged and entering in through CP1 as we speak, over.
0 Bravo,
Yeah, roger, that's all you guys. Off you go.
Okay, Dudley, Hendricks, Blake Ray, you go over to the box. Getting over, Fader?
Taken.
He's thinking it's a T-far issue, but I don't know.
Right, Gibbons. All yours then. So obviously, for your left and right, you've got pretty good eyes. Now, to the right, there's probably not going to be much traffic, as that's a dead end. Your worst one is the straight front.
Yeah, roger, mate. No worries. Cheers.
Yeah, roger that.
By the way,
Have you?
Fiddle.
Hmm?
That only confused me because you didn't start with the challenge code.
You don't start it with the challenge code. You never really want to say that.
Yeah, normally you say halt one and wait to be recognised.
Yeah. The only point you use the password is if you really don't know who they are. In real life, that is. Here, we just do it because it's fucking easy.
Oh, gotcha. Understood.
No, it's the target standing here.
Right, we've been relieved. Where's Duffy? Right, just get yourself against that wall at the moment.
Let's get back to jog.
Yeah, Duffy, this is on that corner. Just make sure everyone's got their weapons ready.
Alright.
Welcome to the most boring post in this whole lot.
Mikhail?
Yeah.
Well, it's also the one where they're going to creep up on you. Just confirm my route again, because when you called that over the net, I had essentially the sports cars coming in.
As long as you do a pass through towns A and C, I don't particularly mind what order
Right,
you do.
full section?
Yep.
Roger. Right, I'll go out through CP2, go up to A, and then come back to C, and then back in through CP1.
Roger.
Roger that.
Once we move out, feel free to take it off if you have trigger discipline. Keep it on.
Right. Duffy? Chaps listening. We're going to be doing a patrol through A and C. We will push out through CP2, push north, push into objective A, and come back down again, go through CP1 out to C, and then come back in through friendly lines through CP1. Any questions?
No.
Roger that. Alright. 5 seconds. I'm going to turn my light on.
Charlie, message over.
You're Robert, go ahead, over.
1-3 Charlie, be advised I have got a big crowd of people coming over towards the southern arc of checkpoint 2. We'll question them to see if they're coming in for voting or not, but may need some assistance as it's only 3 of us on this checkpoint.
You're Robert, roger that. Yeah, no, out.
Microphone activated.
Right, are we good to move?
Yeah, we should all be good to move.
Right. Charlie up front, Darren in the rear, stagger column on the road.
Right.
Hello CP2, this is 1-2 Charlie, message over.
1-3 Charlie, send message over.
1-2 Charlie, we are about to push through CP2. Are you all green for us to move through it? Over.
1-3 Charlie, all green, be advised that there is that big crowd on the south, so if you are heading that way, enjoy. Out.
1-2, we're ready to move.
Ready to go.
Section on the move, let's go. I was wondering who the hell was not in the formation. It's Morrigan's AI.
Yeah, I think he gave up on his game.
Charlie 110 Bravo, whoever section is currently on patrol around town B, get
Take it
to
right.
checkpoint 2 immediately.
Guys, form up.
Back off.
1-3 Charlie, got my guys moving. Out.
Chaps, shoulder to shoulder.
You will not position, you have no reason to fight people.
Down.
Fader, shoulder to shoulder. On radios, chaps, silent.
Look, you are just standing there, what is it?
Gas, gas, gas. Gas, gas, gas.
Hold fast.
Hold.
Back off.
Guy, we've gone on the roof. Guy, we've gone on the roof.
It's the police.
Please, please.
It's police, hold it. Do not fire, those are rocks. Maintain formation, get shoulder to shoulder.
Right, let's
Get shoulder to shoulder.
Helmet's on.
Medic.
Advance forward, walk.
Fucking medic on me.
I'm here. Where are you?
But put some fucking rounds down and get them away.
Push back now. Push back.
Start back. Start back.
So push back now, or army, or I shoot. Oh god, what the hell?
That was a mistake.
Leave, go away. Go away, disperse.
He's fucking joking, like I'm about to pass out and they're just backing them off.
Who's backing in?
Reform, pull back.
Everyone back to your fucking. Everyone back to your positions.
Same.
Oh, you did left leg or?
No, I'm doing the left arm. Left arm.
I'm actually hurt.
Yeah, Mikhail, those are rocks. They're not nice.
Okay, play.
Leave them. Get back to your fucking position now.
Before you say anything, I feel like I was well within my right considering I'm nearly fucking unconscious over here. Just gonna put that out there before you say anything. Like legit almost fucking tier 1 over here.
Anyone who's not meant to be on this checkpoint, get the fuck out.
I was meant to be on patrol, just going through here. Okay.
Quite heavily hit as well.
Yeah, roger that. Let's pull ourselves under cover first. One, two, pull back to mosque.
Do we go investigate?
Yeah, Colony, you stay there.
Charlie, Delta on me.
Hello, Charlie, Charlie 1, this is 1-2 Charlie. I'm pulling my section back to mosque. I will act as QRF if needed. Out.
One two Charlie, 1-1 Charlie, message over.
1-2 Charlie, send message over.
1-2 Charlie, can you investigate the area to the direct north of the mosque? We've just heard gunfire coming from the market area to the north. Over.
1-2 Charlie, roger that. I've got to stabilise my guys. We just took a load of rocks over.
1-1 Charlie, roger, out.
Charlie 1, be advised I am sending my Delta Fire team to go and check out that gunshot. Out.
Duffy, how's data?
Spencer, how you doing? Spencer, did you get hit in that?
Silent. Okay. Bearing 260 from my pause at the mosque.
Delta's Amber.
I've gone very quickly to now grey screen and rapid heart rate, so I'll get Colony on me as I can. You hold here. I'm gonna push Charlie out.
Roger that.
Charlie with me.
Spencer, feel free to patch yourself up. Okay, are you bleeding?
Just gonna hold here for a second.
Do you see blue blood spatters on your corner of your screen? Okay.
Hello, 1-3 Delta, this is 1-2 Charlie, message over.
Tell them it's the two-story building right next to CP2.
Civvy. Nyan.
Also, he appears to be having a puddle shoes moment and is currently floating or something. But yeah, just tell them that he's being a bit buggy.
Connolly.
One two Charlie, send your message.
Connolly, here.
1-2 Charlie, I have 2 times men that are able to assist with that search. Do you require it? Over.
1-3 Charlie, no, I believe that is just random gunshots in the north. No contacts as of yet or seen the occupants. Over.
1-2 Charlie, roger that. Out. Right, Fader, how are you?
I'm uninjured.
You're uninjured, you bastard.
Yep.
Right, hold security here. I'm gonna see if I can get myself patched up.
He's being all tactical and shit, like some fucking Lawrence of Arabia bullshit.
He's a police officer.
Yeah, I'm stitched.
Sorry, could you repeat last message?
Oh yes, could I have help, please? Help!
There's a guy on the roof heading
Help.
55. He has a wolf PK. He's CP1.
Actually, is Lewis here somewhere?
Yeah, Lewis is here, yeah.
Hold on. Where is he? Are they, Lewis? Is this him? No, it's Peach.
Really looking for.
Lewis. Stay in the cover, Conley. Actually, Conley, go back to section, see if they need healing. Whoa. Oh, that's police.
Where are you, section?
Mosque. Lewis?
Yes.
Obviously, I got, including myself, pretty badly banged up by the rocks. Am I okay to Zeus heal my guys so we can go out and do that patrol? Okay.
Go ahead.
Alright, Conley, don't waste meds. I'm going to Zeus heal everyone.
Vader, Spittle, do people have a license to carry around this place?
They probably don't even know what a license is.
Well, I know there's this guy with his shop with an AK saying he's defending his shop. I can't really arrest him for that, can I?
No. Remember, self-defense and obviously Car Charlie.
Yeah, no, roger that. Connolly.
Channel switched. Channel switched.
Boss coming through.
Stand by for Zeus heal.
Chances are probably would have still ended up the same way.
Ooh. Colour.
Morning.
Spell.
Send it.
The bus is looking to move off to the east. Are they clear to go?
Stand by. Hello, CP1. This is 1-2 Chai. Message over.
CP1, send your message over.
1-2 Chai. Have 1 times bus requesting to leave via east. Are they clear to move out? Over.
CP1, send them through. Over.
1-2 Chai. Roger that. Out. Duffy, send them off.
Hello.
Alright, 1-2, back on the road, stack a comment. See if we can actually manage to get out this time.
I want to go on board, but he tells me I can't take my gun anymore. So can I leave it here and then... That's my... I went to the rental. My house is like 20 minutes away.
Nope. Hello, 1-0 Bravo, this is 1-2 Chai, message over.
0 Bravo, go ahead, over.
1-2 Chai, I have 1 times person requesting to go in and vote, however he does possess an AK. He is not hostile, however I request you to take over the talk as I need to get my section out on patrol, over.
0 Bravo, roger that, be advised weapons are legal in this town. I'm on the way now, over.
1-2 Chai, roger that, out.
You can search me if you would like, I consent to a search. Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Is this the guy?
Hello, sir.
Right, okay, so weapons are legal in this town. What we would do, since this is an official government building, we'd ask you to leave it here and you can collect it once you've ordered.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I will be back in a moment. Going vote for Boris Johnstone.
Okay, chaps, reform.
Roger that, Delta on me.
Let's see if we can actually manage to get out this time.
Staggered line on the road.
Section, let's go, and then we'll head north.
Well, it's your call when we wrap it up, isn't it?
Delta moving off.
Hello, Charlie, Charlie 1, 1-2 Charlie, we are progressing on our patrol. Out.
Passing you.
On the move again.
Split, where's your patrol going, sorry? Up to...
We're going to A and then pre-CP1.
Cool.
Who?
Facing.
Hello, 1-0 Bravo, this is 1-2 Chai, message over.
Zero Bravo, send last over.
1-2 Charlie, regarding the previous transaction, would you require hard acts on or back to soft acts? Over.
Zero Bravo, just remain as with your lids on for now. Over.
1-2 Charlie, roger that. Out. Okay, chaps, if you didn't hear what Mikhail said, AKs and weapons are legal in this country. Or probably a more accurate definition is it's not illegal, so they have no legal system.
True, but you still can't bring it into a government voting office.
Yes. Because that would be uncivilized. Oh, that's clever. Okay, chaps, if you didn't know, Islam actually prohibits there being guns in mosques.
Good to know.
Right turn. We'll take it to a walk if we're going through the town. Assalamu alaikum.
You're like
Actually. Fader, keep it going. Section hold. Let's double these spacings. On the move.
moving.
Charlie 1B of cable ties and body bags in the centre of the town out.
And I see we've got report position again there, Spittle.
Oh yeah, we should definitely report our position.
Got some floaty
Bravo, this is what
bikes
Charlie
on my
message over.
Go ahead, over.
1-0
Second
Bravo, be
hold.
advised, we have just turned away one car who decided he did not want to come through as we were checking vehicles. As we can't
Say again?
stop him, we've let him go through.
We got some floaty bikes over there.
Oh. I see.
Dancing? I don't know.
And they just feel like dancing. Alright, section on the move. And if you look to your left out through the passenger side window, you will see a wonder of nature, the floaty bikes. Only in town for next 3 days.
I got really confused there because I'm used to having drivers on the left.
CP2, this is CP1, message over.
CP2, send message over.
CP2, be advised, the vehicle that we turned away from CP1 seems to be going around the middle. He is moving towards the mosque, or moving towards you as we speak. Stop him, do not let him through, and search his vehicle, over.
CP2 acknowledged. May need additional assistance over here if that is the case. I've only got 3 guys here, over.
CP1, roger that. I believe my Delta Fire team at the mosque has actually stopped him at this time as he drove through and tried to circumnavigate the checkpoint, over.
CP2, roger. Out.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Okay, just back to the jog.
It's just like a standing customer.
Hello CP1, this is 1-2 Charlie, message over.
1-2 Charlie, sent your message over.
1-2 Charlie, patrol coming in from the north, over.
1-1 Charlie acknowledges, we'll wait for your arrival, over.
1-2 Charlie out.
CP2, be advised there is a truck on its way towards you. It has been cleared. It's just got goats. It's going north. Over.
CP2 Roger, out.
Say again.
There are some bunkers to the hills to the east.
Yeah, roger that. 1-3 has already gone through them.
Copy that.
Ooh. Section hold. Fighter, advance on the position. Identify yourself.
Body or car when you push through here.
Spittle, let's head in.
Roger that. Section on the move. Alright. Gibbon's going to push straight out through CP1 and come back again. Oh wait, this is gate. Jesus Christ. Alright, come on, Fader.
Checkpoint 2, be advised, our vehicle's coming through, he is clear. Over.
Checkpoint 2 acknowledges. Additional, we got a red vehicle coming up. They're just going to check it now. Out.
Alright, let's go.
Not on the move.
Hello, Charlie, Charlie 1. This is 1-2 Charlie. Patrol now progressing to Town Charlie. Out. Is it Town Charlie? Is Town really applicable here? More like Hamlet.
Vehicle left.
Is it the ambulance? Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Duffy, me and Fade are going to push to the crest of this hill. Can you just peel over there and have a look?
Roger that. You want Delta on the road?
No, take Delta with you.
Moving.
Whoa! Sir? Whoa. Okay. Well, this. Hello, CP1. This is 1-2 Charlie. You have 1 times ambulance coming in from the south. Over.
CP1 acknowledges. Out.
Didn't think anyone was actually at that checkpoint then when we went past. Right, let's go. I'll move. We'll come back for it.
Guys, you know it's marked as campfire.
Yeah, I'm guessing someone's already gone past it, but we'll double check on the way back.
We'll check it. What? Oh. Trash on the right side, watch out.
Alright. Alright, Delta, hold outside, me and Fed are gonna go in.
Roger that. Delta hold. Get some eyes out, lads.
Oh my god. I found Dace's tractor.
Huzzah!
Hello, sir?
Hey, Spencer, let us know if that's that ambulance rushing towards us.
Copy that.
Hello, anyone home? Right, we seem all good here.
I don't see the one bro when this is one.
Where is it?
Same guy, but well, he's on the bicycle. Wiggling.
Dead civilian.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then he wiggled away. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Till the very next day.
Roger that. There should be body bags in the centre and they have a mosque. Grab them and you should be able to bag them up and move it from there. Over.
Delta, roger that. Out.
Right, come back out. Okay. Right, Duffy, if you want to lead us back in, and then you'll then divert left and get eyes onto that campfire, just have a look, and then we'll then take over on the road.
Roger that. Yeah. Yeah, take us out. So, Spencer, you're in front now, so back up the road. On the move. Spencer, Connolly, divert to the west, go check out that campfire. Yeah, Spencer, go to the west. Connolly, check out the campfire. Bill, you taking over the road?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, push it up, Vader. Take over the point.
This little campfire is just 2 AI having a cookout.
Roger that. Ask him if it's something nice.
They're AI. They're not actually responding.
Quick, steal their lunch.
Let's tack on to the end of Charlie.
Wait, what? Wow. So I saw something move there at the top of the hill, and it's a rabbit. But the thing is, it's on the crest. It's like barely poking out. I'm like, I didn't even think they rendered that far away.
Either.
Okay. Hello, CP1. This is 1-2 Charlie. Message over.
Police car just ran through at fast fucking speed.
Advance. Let's go.
Is that on the move?
A police car.
Charlie 1, 10 Bravo, 112 have came back through CP1. Head back to the vehicles, mount up, we're going to be getting out of here.
Okay, chaps. We will be going directly back to our vehicle and mounting up. Hello, Charlie 1. This is 1-2 Charlie. We'll be pushing through CP1 in no more than 30 Sierras. Out.
Hold one and await to be recognised.
I'll hold.
Approach. Approach and hold. Charlie uniform. Okay, come over. And how many people you got in your section today? Including yourself? Okay, no worries. Do you want to count them through with me? Radio next person to head them down.
Head down, spittle.
So you know this person?
Yes, he's my IC.
Okay, no worries. Come in.
Next person.
FYI, Gibbons, you are in yelling. You just get the password out to every civilian.
I didn't. I just gave the first part.
Still 50%. Still 50%. Right, 1-2 on me. Peeling. Alright, Duffy.
Delta bringing in.
Duffy, go down there. Take requisition our vehicle. Take back control.
Alright, Hendrix, Spittle's going to come relieve you. Once Spittle's section comes to relieve you, pull back to me on the east.
Yeah, I mean, Gibbons, 50% of the password is still 50% of the password.
We can change the password, Spittle.
Do we ever?
Yeah, but we're also just about to finish.
Yeah, true.
Hence the reason why
Security for next mission, Gibbons. Campaign.
Yeah, so we change the password next mission?
No.
There's no reason to change it.
No. It is tradition.
Vehicle requisition, do you want me to drive it up?
Yeah, don't push onto the road yet, though.
Charlie 110 Bravo, Coleman, all in and ready to go out.
Actually, hold there.
Charlie is all in.
Man up.
You want me, you want Peter driving?
Yeah, Faye's already driving. If you want to take the gun, Duffy.
Right.
But try harder, Fader.
Oh.
Come on, Fader, try harder, come on.
There we go.
Yeah, so take a seat at the back.
That's how a door works.
That's how the door works. It opens.
1-2 all in.
Roger. 1-2 Chai, reporting all mounted out. Alright, Fader, just get us lined up on the road.
Watch out for that blue truck, though.
Yeah.
Alright, then just swing us right and just make us parallel and then hold us out. I'm going to get out and grab Morrigan. If I can, very quickly. Right, stop. Right, I'm going to get out and pray. There. Where's my prisoner? Come on. Release. Load. Mastiff. Yes.
Hey.
Wait, is he taking my seat? Oh wait, no, wrong side.
Bravo, 1-1 Charlie, all in, out.
Ooh. Get in. There we go.
I hate how you can't, like, 360 rotate your camera, you have to hold it the other way.
Yeah.
I know
Well, that's not-
how necks work, but
Yeah, it's not how your neck works.
110 Bravo, 1 all in, head back to
You're not an owl.
currently in.
Right, take us off.
I do like how Morrigan is sticking out the back.
What? Wait, is he the one on the top side?
that's me.
Alright.
Oh no, never mind. In first person, he's sticking out the back.
Not in my eyes.
Right, let's go.
He was. No, he is. I can see him sticking out.
Are they going?
Well, come on.
1-0 Bravo, it's 1 Charlie, Mr. Trevor.
Send over.
1 Charlie, do you want us to just go like this? Over?
Yeah.
0 Bravo, roger that when I said in the order from watch I'm currently in. Out.
My god, the sound I have of this vehicle is no different from inside or out. Slow down, in fact, I think they're slowing down. Actually, yeah, hold that. Watch, Civvy in the road. Careful.
You think about sort of a glide mode that would just...
Yeah, go around him, go around him.
It shouldn't, it's blindside only.
Yeah. But I get it because it's so loud.
Are you a third person or first person, bro?
Third.
You're first.
I'll take this one side then. That's much better.
Huh?
You look terrible.
Yeah.
That's what an eye of eye seeing does to you.
Quickly goes in the gunner seat, looks like he's about to fall off this platform.
You shut up.
Perfection.
Abuse of power.
Absolutely.
That's your middle name, innit?
Isn't there, yeah.
Big one, be advised, objects in the centre of the road is a antenna.
Oh, okay, so...
Acknowledged out.
We got a bike coming up behind us, by the way.
Over bloody tractor.
Guys, don't walk in by bike passing.
Is that bike just going yo?
Yeah. Oh, please hit the tree. Please hit the tree.
Oh, come on, Speed. Fall on your ass.
Oh, wait, no, he's gone off-road. He might be going towards the base entrance.
I'll see him.
Big one, turn left. Out.
Right, careful now, because we're going to have to stop here.
I'll swivel the gun.
Yeah. Let's go. Come on. Keep it going. Yeah.
Punch it, Chewie. Fucking hell.
Oh, those are my boxes.
Oh man.
Hello, 1-3 Charlie. This is 1-2 Charlie. Those are my boxes. Out. Right, park us in. Yeah, everyone dismount.
Charlie 1, once you've parked up and dismounted the vehicle.
Spencer, get out.
1-2, form herringbone on me. Inside the nice hole that 1-3 has made us. No, so you'll be here.
What? I'm like bring it in.
No.
Other direction. Put it rinse. Put it rinse.
Excuse me? My bad ping doesn't mean I'm
Am I fucking transmitting now?
Yes.
Right, end X.
Right, 1-2, good night. Index, index, index.